Hey, CCK. Good morning, Evelyn. How are you guys? Oh, it's early and it's like raining out and it's humid. Blah. How are you guys this morning? Hey, Eric. Hey, Serenity here. How are you? Hey, Frustrated Lurker. Oh, what a day, what a day. So, I was going to do this whole live with like addiction shaming, but then once I got up, I seen some messages and it was directed to Loora's live from last night. So I'm probably going to talk about Looora first because this shit's gold. It's gold. Hey, Trace, how are you? Well, I'm glad you're in the chat talking. How are you this morning? Oh, afternoon. Hey, Bernie, how are you? Okay, so actually, Serenity, she wasn't screaming. She was just ridiculous. Hey, Wheezy, beautiful lady. She wasn't screaming, but she's such a manipulator. It's so funny. She's hysterical. And the only reason that I'm going to be bringing Looora up is because she's bringing me up and she's grouping me in with people. And I don't consider myself grouped with anyone. I have friends. And so, yeah, I talk to my friends, but I'm not in like a group. Looora, don't group me in with people. Just because you group yourself in with people doesn't mean that I group myself in with people. And the reason that I'm so mad about this is because she keeps saying, which I don't care if she calls me a dipshit, it's whatever. But she keeps saying, well, these people are Sarah's people, or I'm with these people. No, Looora, you brought these people over here yourself. Did I show them some things? I did. I mean, I'm not even going to lie. I totally did. But I'm not the only one. So it's not like they're all getting this abundance of information from me. That's just not how it is at all. I mean, if you want me to start doing that, I can start digging and looking shit up and sending it to them. But there's other people in this community that you've hurt. There's other people in this community that you have dicked over. So I'm not the only one giving information out. And if you're sitting over there on your panel saying that you don't give an F about these people, why are you mentioning it? Why is it such a big deal to you? You know, you're so funny. I'm going to start off by playing this clip because it's pretty funny. Hold on. Uh-oh.
What I say, obviously, it's got to be exactly what I say. So if I say that you're a loser, I must be a loser.
That was a Freudian slip. That was great. Listen again.
A loser, I must be a loser. That was a slip. A big slip.
She admitted it was a slip. That's hysterical. That needs to go on a soundboard one more time.
What I say, obviously, it's got to be exactly what I say. So if I say that you're a loser, I must be a loser. I mean, that was a slip. A big slip.
Looora, you do those Freudian slips all the time. So basically, she just called herself a loser. That's awesome. Looora, you're on point with that one. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then I'm going to play another couple clips.
Oh. Nothing to lose, so they choose to be wrong. They're just losers. Like, they're just lowlifes. I mean, considering one of them lost monetization, you would think the others would be a little worried.
Okay, so that's Looora trying to intimidate people by saying, you know, there's one person that's lost monetization. So if you keep talking about me, you're going to lose monetization too. You're such an idiot, Looora. Do you think just because somebody loses monetization, they're going to stop talking about you. It doesn't work that way. In fact, if you keep threatening people like that, they're just going to go harder on you, and even if they do lose monetization, that doesn't mean shit. They're still going to be on YouTube. They're still going to go live. They're still going to make videos. Oh my God, you're hysterical, dude. Hysterical.
All I gotta say, if serendipity is your go-to, you guys sadly fucking mistaken here.
What's sadly mistaken, Laura? What's sadly mistaken? I've made videos on you for what, 3.5 years, off and on. You don't think that I have an accumulation of old videos, things you've said and done? And I'm not talking about like shit that was said and done in private. I'm talking about the dumbass shit you do here online in public. You've done quite a bit. And honestly, like on everything I love, I have not given a whole lot of information to anyone. They're able to see it, Laura. If you type in your name, it's all there. So it's not like people are just flocking to these other people, giving them information. It's not even working like that. You're an idiot. Hey, Trisha. Oh. And then she says, the biggest dipshit online. No, Laura, you're the one who lied on your media kit. You're the one that has all these different delusions of how important you are. You're a dipshit, dude. Just because my name is Serendipity. You know what? Actually, if you want to think that I'm a dipshit, that's cool. I'm gold. That's fine. And it killed me. I also heard her say, until you can pull the numbers I pull, you can't even talk to me. You're just not on my level. That is absolutely your grandiose view of delusions of your self-importance. You are not that important, Laura. It's not like you're YouTube famous. You know what I mean? So she's sitting there acting as if she's better than everyone, right? And so in her mind, what is completely important are the numbers. And that's always been Laura. She always talks about social blades. She always talks about the numbers she can pull in. And if you can't pull those kind of numbers, you're just not as important as her, right? She's just not even going to acknowledge you. Which brings me to another thing. Last week, right? She was saying how Negs was a good guy. She was saying how she's had conversations with Negs and how she likes him. But since he started talking about her, she has insulted him like crazy. Hey, Clancy, how are you? She has tried to belittle him. And even with the crude AF guy, she's done the same thing to him. And burnt toast. She did it with burnt toast. She does it with everybody. She even mentioned Trisha last night. She was sitting there saying how Trisha is an idiot. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, you just loved Trisha a few months ago, but now she's an idiot? This is how Laura works. If you're giving her money or if you're her friend, hey, P-Day 2-Day, thank you, darling. If you're her friend, she'll think you're the greatest thing. But as soon as you go against her, oh my God, she'll drag you. She'll call you names. She will humiliate you. She will intimidate you. She will insult you. That's who Laura is. It's disgusting. And I also want to put out that Laura keeps saying that we are talking about her son. Laura, nobody's talking bad about your son. They're talking about your bad behaviors, the things that you're saying. Stop using your son as a shield. Just because your son got hurt does not mean we can't talk about you and the things that you say. Quit doing that shit. It's absolutely not true. Everybody wishes your son well. Everybody hates the fact that your son was hurt. Nobody wants to see a child get hurt. So stop saying that shit. Nobody wants anything bad to happen to your son. We are talking about the things you say You know, you was the one that went to that hospital, dragging me and dragging these other people that are newer to the community as you was standing outside of a children's hospital. Okay? No one has said anything about your son. Right, Serenity? Not a peep about him. She always does try to do that. She uses that. It's gross. It's gross. And this whole thing with the demonetization, she thinks that if she gets your channel demonetized, then you'll stop talking about her. Or if you threaten with demonetization, they're just automatically going to stop talking about her. No, Laura, it does not work that way. People are going to talk about what they want when they want. Don't try to intimidate people. Okay, so basically you're admitting that you're flagging people to get them demonetized. Is that right? Because there's been several people over here on the good side that have been demonetized for having an opinion. You falsely flagged them. That's basically what you said last night in your live. You mentioned it like 10 or 15 times about demonetization. You're trying to intimidate people with that. It's not going to work, dude. I mean, they'll just get their monetization back. And even if you did demonetize or strike people's channels, don't you think, oh, Gone Girl, honey, thank you, lady. I love you. Gone Girl has a special place in my heart. And there's been some people that have been talking about her lately, and I wish they'd stop. If you guys only knew what she was going through, you wouldn't be saying the shit you are. I love you, Gone Girl. I totally forget where I was at now. Quit trying to intimidate people, Laura. Quit trying to threaten them with demonetization. It's not going to work. People are going to talk about you regardless. People are going to have their opinion. Pink Lagoon, thank you. You guys are great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Like, I genuinely appreciate that. Thank you. I'm grateful. I got to play this clip one more time because there's probably some more people that just came in, but this is hysterical.
What I say, obviously, it's got to be exactly what I say. So if I say that you're a loser, I must be a loser.
She said,
I say that you're a loser, I must be a loser. I mean, that was a slip.
That was a Freudian slip. That's so funny. Laura does that all the time. Laura just admitted to being a loser.
What I say, obviously, it's got to be exactly what I say. So if I say that you're a loser, I must be a loser. I mean, that was a slip. A big slip.
That one needs to go on Steph's soundboard. That's great. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Narnie, she is. You know, she'll sit there and insult people left and right and say how they're dipshits, how they're idiots, how they're morons. That's one of her favorites, morons. Or she'll say that they're losers when she just admitted to being a loser. I can't. Oh, Laura, you make it fun. Thank you. Orange butterfly. Thank you. Oh, wow, you guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You guys are great. Yeah, so the whole thing with the demonetization, Laura, just stop. Quit having your people go and flag channels. Like, it can go both ways. Nobody wants to take you down. That's another thing that Laura likes to say, that, you know, she's like, well, you can't take me down. No, Laura, nobody wants to take you down. People are exposing you for the asshole that you are. They're exposing you for the things that you've done. Trace Harper, thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you so much. People expose you, Laura, because you're not a good person. You say and do the most god-awful things. You know, if people are not there to kiss your ass, what do you say about them? You call them names. You belittle them. You try to intimidate them. That's not okay. Everybody has the right to their own opinion. You are over there saying how this stuff is 2 to 3 years old. Yeah, it is 2 to 3 years old, but what you did to Ziggy was awful. You're a scammer, dude. You are a scammer. People have been upset about what you did to Ziggy for the past, what, year and a half, 2 years? You are the scammer. People loved Ziggy. Ziggy was a gem. Ziggy was a good person. You didn't treat her well. You didn't treat her well at all. And I don't care what you come back with. You didn't. I was a part of your Patreon back then. I was friends with Ziggy. I had conversations with Ziggy. You ignored Ziggy. Wasn't she giving you enough money, Laura? Do you only pay attention to those that give you big donations, big money in your PayPal? You're a piece of shit for that. And so, yeah, people are not going to forget. That's always going to be on people's minds. And just because there's been a few that's waddled back to you, they know exactly what you did because I've had conversations with them. For whatever reason, I don't know. I don't know why they're going back to you. I don't understand it. They know exactly who and what you are. I don't get it at all. It bothers me. It does, because I know that there's good people over there that are supporting Laura, and I'll never understand it because they've seen this timeline. They've seen everything that Laura has said and done over the years. And they condone her for it. They keep giving her money for it. And that blows my mind. Laura, I haven't even gotten started. If you really want me to pull out some shit, I can pull some shit that you've said and done in the past, and I can give it to these people. Is that what you want? I haven't taken the time out to do that because it's a lot of work and I got a lot of stuff going on in my life. You know, I'm not focused on you. I'm not. Even though you think I am, your perception is wrong. I'm not focused on you. I could really care less. There's things that I do remember that I'll send to people and say, hey, you might want to look at this, but don't blame me for that. Blame yourself for saying and doing the shit you did. Take some accountability. How's those Delta 8 brownies, Laura? You moron. Last night she said, well, I make some really good brownies if I do say so myself. You're the same idiot that said that you was going to put Delta 8 in your brownie mix. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. Oh my gosh, I can't with you. And then she wants to call all of us losers and morons. Laura, you was the one that said LOL cow. Not a lol cow, but a LOL cow. Oh, I can't. You are 50 years old, Laura. 50. And you've done things that I could never imagine doing. You're the loser. You'll do anything for monetary gain. You're the one that brags about how people pay you so you can attack people they don't like. That's some loser type shit, man. That's some desperation right there. It's disgusting. You can't imagine why people don't like you. It's because you attack people for monetary gain. So yeah, people are going to talk about you. People are going to make videos of you. People are going to go live about you. Hey, Florida Keys Amy, how are you? Hey, Rosewater. Gone Girl, you're one of the most special people on here, and I've loved you for a really long time. You're good people. And I'm sorry that there's people in this community that have gone after you and tried to attack you. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry that they've said some of the most idiocracy comments I've ever heard in my life. There was someone mentioning you yesterday, and I was livid. Like, I couldn't believe they was talking about you the way they did. Karma will get them, man. I'm telling you. If they only understood what's happening with you, they wouldn't say that shit. Or maybe they would. I don't know. But that's something that they're going to have to live with. Yeah, Mac 11, Gone Girl's going through a lot. And she's been talked about a lot. She's been attacked. Hey, Marie Duffy. It makes me sad. What has Gone Girl done that is so wrong that you have to talk bad about her, that you have to insult her, you have to make up lies about her? What has she done that's so wrong? I'll wait. Oh, she might have left you. She might not follow you anymore. So that warrants her being talked trash upon? Oh, I got a guest. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, good morning, Life Rewinded. How are you?
Good morning, girl. Hi, chat. I can't see because I'm driving, but can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can hear you.
I just clicked on your live because I was going to go live, but then I was like, I don't like going live by myself.
I'm so sorry.
I don't even know
I
what
didn't know
you're
you was going
talking
to go
about.
live. I was talking about.
I wasn't.
I was talking about Looora. And
oh, good. My favorite topic.
Oh, those videos that, can somebody put Life Rewinded's channel in the chat, please? She's got some great videos. And last night, Negs played some of her videos, and it was completely on point. You know, what Looora did to Ziggy was disgusting. It was awful. And she just thinks that people's going to up and forget about that. No. And if people want to talk about that 2 years later, they have that right, because you hurt people over that, Looora. You said that you was going to do a fundraiser for Ziggy. Where did it go? Classy.org. Where did that go, Looora?
Where does it go every month is what I want to know. Like, I'm still pissed. You're still using our name. So you should still be donating.
Yeah, she had a tier in her Patreon for $1 every single month. You know, people are paying her in the name of Ziggy, and that money was not supposed to go into Loora's pocket.
And how sad is it that, I mean, she says she only has $11 Patreons. I can't tell because I never was in a Patreon, so I don't pay it much money. But if 11, oh my God. I wish you guys seen what just walked across my car right now.
Uh-oh, what was it?
Holy shit. A lady, but talk about tits out. I mean, her tits are like bouncing in the air. Oh, figures. I'm sorry, I'm driving, but
you're fine.
No, you still promote it, and if there's only 11 people, I don't care. That's still $11, and after a year, that's more than, you know. You do the math. I don't care if it's $40. You honor what you say you're gonna do. That's just the end of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Come
She
on,
didn't
lady,
even.
with your fucking safari hat. Can I please go now? Fucking safari, fucking Suzanne, asshole.
You know what I
She's got a
seen? I think
safari hat on.
it was last year. I put it on Facebook because it was so funny. I was I was driving down in Dayton, and next thing I know, it was like Kettering, Dayton area. It was off of Smithville. Next thing I know, I seen this guy, and he was walking down the street with no clothes on. Oh my God. It was so funny.
New Yorkers don't know how to drive. I'm gonna take you guys somewhere though, cause I just dropped my daughter off at the ferry.
Oh,
So I'll show you guys picture of the Verrazano and the New York skyline. I'll show it to chat. I
that would
just
be
gotta get there
awesome.
first.
I've always wanted to go on a
Um,
ferry. I've never been on a ferry before.
the Staten Island ferry's free,
That would
and
be
most
so
people
cool.
don't know that. So, like, if you just wanted to take pictures of the Statue of Liberty,
Hmm.
like, there's no point in paying because you can't get off of the island anymore.
Oh,
So you ride the ferry free and take all the pictures you want, and then you ride back free. But if you ride over to Staten Island, right at the ferry, now they have the outlets, like, clothing outlets and stuff, and Louis Vuitton and all that.
Poppy J.
I'm a little
Thank
past.
you. Poppy J
I'm a
says, "You
little
are an
past the
angel and
ferry
bring
now, though.
happiness and love to so many of us. I'll always have your back, sweet girl. Thank you. I love you, Poppy J, and I'll always have yours."
I don't know Poppy J,
Incidentally,
but that sounds so sweet.
she's one of the good
Um,
ones, I'm telling you.
yeah, it's that, and I mean, I don't know if everybody else, but I mean, when does she stop lying? Like, Jesus.
She'll
She
never
lies
stop lying.
every day.
Yeah.
But
You
I
know,
mean, how
she
do
brought
people
you up
not
last night.
hear it?
She even brought you up last night.
Oh, I'm sure she did. I'm
Yeah.
sure
So
the fuck she did.
yeah, she says that she doesn't watch these people. She doesn't watch us, but she knew that Negs was playing your videos.
She don't watch me, right? But Sarah,
Uh-huh.
remember when she was trolling herself as
Mac 11.
what the
Thank
hell
you.
was it? What was the name? I forget. God, I can't think of it. It was one of her first ones where she got caught calling herself beautiful and all that. I forgot what troll name it was, but
Oh, I
anyway,
forget.
I have all comments to prove she was watching my shit because she was commenting. Oh, Jane's addiction.
Yeah, Jane's
Remember?
addiction. Yes.
Right. And she was telling Laura's the most beautiful creator. You guys are just jealous. And then we found out it was her. It was like the big
Hmm.
laughing stock. So I have comments on all my old videos from Jane's addiction. Like, what is Europe's? Like, you knew it was her right away just from the way she writes and speaks. She speaks exactly the way she writes.
Oh, she gives herself away all the time, just like she was that troll account Fabio. You remember that one?
And Snoopy
Yeah, Snoopy too.
when she was with blogs.
She trolls herself,
But
and that is so embarrassing.
it is embarrassing. And she says she don't watch me, Mom. She knows I'm from Staten Island. She knows this. She knows that. She knows this. How the fuck do you know where I'm from if you aren't watching me?
Right.
Because I don't write I'm Life Rewinded from Staten Island all over. No, asshole. You're the one who outed me.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much docked my town. So that's how everybody found out where I'm from.
Well, Laura has
I mean,
admitted
not
that
to
she will
mention,
look you up. She will look you up if you don't like her and if you talk bad about her or if you're not a part of her group. and you mention her, that gives her, in her mind, that gives her the right to look you up and see who's talking about you. Those were her words. Yep. Randy's
my accent
radio.
gives
That's
it
right,
away, too.
Trisha.
I
She was
mean, come
Randy's
on.
radio too. Yep.
Yeah, Randy's radio. Everybody knows where I'm from the minute I open my mouth, anywhere I go. So,
Right.
I mean, there's no real hiding it. But I didn't care. I never even made it a big deal. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not one of those girls that there's the outrage, you know?
Thank you,
I want to
Lacey
show
Stacey.
the outrage up her fucking asshole. That's where the outrage is. That's
Yeah.
where that's where the outrage is. Out of your mouth and in your asshole. Because you are the biggest liar on YouTube. I never seen somebody lie so much. Okay, I'm gonna flip the camera. Hold on. Because it's a pretty good view.
Thank you, Black-Hearted. Thank you. Thank you so much. And you're right.
After I find out. Sorry, God.
No, go ahead.
I can't find my phone. I dropped you guys somewhere and I don't even know where.
I can still hear you.
I know, but I don't know. Oh, here it is. Tell me. I put it by visor. All right, let me see if I can click out of here and on camera. I don't even know how to do this.
I love you, Black-Hearted. Thank you.
Do you know I switched my camera on?
You're going to switch your camera on?
Yeah, I want to show you guys the, yeah, let me see. Oh, can you see me?
I can.
Hi,
Good morning,
everybody.
beautiful.
Morning. Okay. Right there is the Verrazano Bridge.
Oh, the sun's, I can't see it. Shit. Uh-oh. She kicked herself off. She'll be back. Good morning, Bay Beauty. How are you? So, yeah, I was going to talk about the addiction part too, and, shaming that goes on in this community. Oh, here she is. Hold on. There she is.
I'm sorry. Sorry, guys.
Don't say sorry. You're good. You are good.
Can you see the Verrazano?
Oh my God. Yes. That is so awesome.
And then come over here. This is Brooklyn.
I've always wanted to go to Brooklyn.
Let me get out of the car. Ugh, this is New York, guys. Look at that. This is New York for you.
I've never been to New York. I've always wanted to go. Look at the sun. Oh.
Oh, look at the geese. That's Brooklyn, Greenpoint. This is like the Hudson and
Poppy J. Thank you.
You see the city? You can barely make out the Freedom Tower.
I see that. Look at that. That's absolutely beautiful. I mean, I've never been there and I've always wanted to go there.
Yeah, this is what our dirty water looks like.
You should see the Ohio River. Ugh.
This is more because of where.
Than
This is more because this is like, all these boats make this water like this. But that's the Verrazano again.
That is so cool.
Here's our trains. This don't go to the city. This goes to the ferry. Like from one end of the island to the other. That hospital right there, you see that building?
Uh-huh.
That hospital was built in like, I don't know, like it opened, it was the first hospital opened in New York in like the 1900s. Creepy as hell. Yeah.
That is so cool, though. Thank you for sharing that. I've never seen that. I've always
See,
wanted to, but
see the little duckies in the water?
yeah, they're so cute.
Oh my God, you guys gotta see. I can't show you now, but I sent it to. I'm gonna shut my camera off now because I'm gonna drive. I sent it to Makeup Mobster
Uh-huh.
and Steph. There was a fox on my block,
Really?
which we don't have wild animals in Staten Island. But
Uh-huh.
ever since Hurricane Sandy, we have deer. Now we have, and this beautiful orange fox. It's so beautiful. I posted in Discord.
Oh gosh, I have to go and look.
Yeah,
That is
yeah,
too cool.
it is. It was really, I was so shocked. I was like I get all emotional because I love animals. And I'm
Hmm.
like, oh my God, look at the fox. They're like, big deal, my daughter. I'm like, it is a big deal. I've never seen a fox on Staten Island.
Yeah. They're
You know,
migrating to different places. It's so crazy. Like the weather's changing and different places are getting different animals now. It's crazy.
it's just a shame. Like, this is a nice place you can come and fish with your family, but people, they're such dirtbags. Like, why
Yeah.
why did they throw like garbage on the floor? Like, that aggravates me about New York because
Yeah.
people are so filthy.
Plastic has ruined this earth. Like, they've done testing on women and they're able to find traces of plastic in the fetuses now. That's how much it's such a shame. And there's animals that take in plastic and they find it when they like wash up on the beaches and stuff, just their stomach full of plastic. They're ruining our oceans. It's sad.
Yeah, when I
It's really
worked in Manhattan, I like all these women. Like, I would not wear flip flops in the summer, like, or any kind of open toe sandal, because I was so skeeved by the streets. Like, if you ever
oh,
come into New York, bring sneakers.
yeah.
Like, don't even walk the streets with. But back to her. What did she have to say about me? That I'm a bitch, I'm a stalker, and she thinks I stalk her. I don't watch her. I really don't.
Right.
I swear to God. It's clip channels that I get. Or Sarah, every time I do watch her, I turn her on for 5 seconds and two things happen. She either triggers me and ruins my day
Mhm.
or makes me laugh and you know,
Yeah,
but
because a
very
lot of the
rarely
things
do I
she
click
says,
on her.
yeah, it's the things she says is absolutely ridiculous. She'll slander people left and right, or if you don't agree with her and her antics, you're a loser, or you're an idiot, or you're a moron, or you're with the bad people. She was saying that last night, how everybody over here's the bad ones, and people that follow her and that are with her are the good ones. I'm sitting there thinking, are you that deluded that you believe that shit?
Well,
Nobody believes that.
the good thing is, I feel like we have less of a divide now, and people are
Mhm.
more individual. And I feel like the only people who are really divided is her and maybe Molly. Some of Molly's people, not even all.
Yeah.
Um, they're either with them and them exclusively, or they're with everybody. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. She keeps grouping people, and that's what's always pissed me off about her. Like, if you don't follow her, you're a loser. If you don't
Yeah.
agree with her, you're a moron or you're bad. It's not like that at all. People have their own minds and they can make whatever revelations about her they want. And just because we don't agree with the things that she says does not make us losers, does not make us bad people. in all actuality, it makes us smart because we're not small or simple-minded. We're
I'd
built.
love to hear other people's opinions. I
Mhm.
love when, you know, and this is why I never follow Laura, because even in true crime, like if you have a different opinion, she flips out and you're a moron.
Oh
Like
yeah.
you're not allowed to have your own opinion. Like it just it in anything she says or does, if you don't agree with her, you are not welcomed. That's it. There is no unless
Well,
you're paying her, greasing her pockets good,
well,
then
Matt,
she'll
the
like
only reason I
sway.
say that, yeah, the only reason I say that is because Laura thinks that we're bad people. And so whenever she says things like we're idiots or we're morons or we're losers, her people will believe that. And they'll start attacking us just because we don't believe in what she says. Instead of having a mind of their own, they're just going to believe. Poppy, I love you too. Oh my gosh, Poppy J. Thank you.
Oh, that's so sweet. The one thing I laughed at the other day, I think Makeup Mopsa may have played it, and when she was playing the whole unemployment bit and all that shit, right? And then you hear her, she's crying. Oh, she wasn't crying. She was like, talking about. Maybe she was crying. I don't know, but I heard her say, "Oh, thank you." I think it was Bonnie or whatever. Oh, Bonnie, you got Christmas covered. Thank you. I'm like,
Yeah.
holy fucking shit! Like, no qualms about it. Like, no. Like, Sandy wanted to do a big hurrah for me and have like a baby shower for my son, like with all ladies in Discord, and I was like, no, absolutely not. No, I don't want anything. I don't want anything from anybody. No.
Yeah.
Like if somebody wants to give my son something out of, just the goodness of their hearts, I have a hard time even doing that. But to have a baby shower, first of all, it's not my kid. Second of all, it's not anybody here's responsibility. And I know it's nice, but these people don't know me. They don't know my child or my granddaughter, anything. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
those people love you, so they want to help out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. But if I needed the help, then that would be different. I'd rather see it go to somebody that truly needs something.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not
Oh, your
somebody.
grandbaby's so cute, and the outfits she has. I fell in
Oh,
love. Those little outfits were the cutest.
Sarah, you wouldn't believe this kid's closet. Like, I swear to God, she has to put on literally. I'm not kidding you. I swear on anything I love. 6 or 7 ounce outfits a day to actually get to wear everything she owns.
Mm-hmm.
That's how much
And
clothes she has.
Narnie, that's a great comment. She said, if Bonnie had Christmas covered, why did she have to post her Christmas list?
Right. And why did you have to put stuff for yourself after you ripped other people apart?
Yeah, she did.
Like she was talking about a Michael Kors bag, like first of all, like it was a Louis Vuitton, and like as if who would want that? Any 14 or 15-year-old girl, they wear it as school bags now. Hello. Welcome to I mean, this has been going on. My daughter's 21. She's a freshman in high school. I used to go to outlets and get her a bag for $60. It's the same thing as me buying a Nike book bag that was 80.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So having a Michael Kors bag on there doesn't mean like it's for the mom asshole. But
right.
then she has the balls to put stuff for herself on there.
Oh, and she flipped out because people were questioning it. You know, people covered Laura's kids' Christmas, right? And this was out here on YouTube, so it's not like we're talking about something we shouldn't. It was
This is
put
the
out by her.
third Christmas covered by YouTube.
Yeah, there was people in this community that had actual needs, not just wants, but needs. And that's where the focus should have been, on the people that actually needed things. If somebody already had your Christmas covered, why even put a list out there? That money
Because you
could have
don't
gone to
care.
someone else that was in need.
Yeah. Another family was denied so that asshole animal could have a list. God,
Yeah.
she's so selfish. And this is why, if Laura wants to know why I stalk you, not because I like you, not because I want to wear your skin, not because I'm jealous of your fucking
Right.
cruddy fingernails or your crusty lips or your fucking surgery. I'm not.
Or that swimming pool she made.
Yeah, or your fucking lazy lava river. Okay, bitch? I'm not any of those because I have more than you could ever dream of. Okay?
Right.
And a very fulfilling life. I stalk you, just so you know. Here's your answer. You're an animal. You're a scammer. You're a
Yeah.
filthy, grimy, no good, self centered, selfish human being that I've never, ever, ever met anybody more greedier than that woman. And as long as I can expose it, I will do so. And anybody who wants to tell me I'm obsessed with her, go ahead. It don't bother me.
It's not even obsession. It's the fact that we're in this community together. And she's done a lot of harmful things to us. She has said the most disgusting, vile things about us. So, yeah, we're going to focus on her, and we're going to focus on some of the things she says and does that are completely off the wall, complete lies. Yeah, Laura, you're going to get exposed.
I
It
mean,
happens.
before she wanted to kill me because I actually cared for, I'm not a bad person. You know, I, as much as I don't like Laura, I would never ever want to see anything bad happen to her
Yeah, not
or
at all.
anybody in this community or her children or anybody's children for that matter.
Right.
So I had a little compassion, and because I just found the lump under my throat and I was a little sensitive, and then I said, I'm really worried about her, that warranted her wanting to fucking kill me.
Yeah.
Which, okay, whatever. Besides killing me, she's told me to go fuck myself, to jam a dildo down my throat, to go fuck my mother. I'm a fat fuck to go eat more donuts with
Ah,
Wendy. But she don't know me, Sarah. She don't fucking know me.
right.
Okay.
It's
I don't
gross.
know. I don't
The
even know this life rewinded. Bitch, you know who I am. You know who I am. Stop pretending like I'm nobody in this fucking place.
No, there's a
Because,
lot of people that love you, Life Rewinded. She doesn't know you. She doesn't know the first thing about you. She
no,
doesn't know how compassionate you are. She doesn't know how good of a person and how caring you are. You're much more of a person than she could ever be. You don't throw insults out the way she does about people. You don't lie on people. People genuinely
no,
love you.
no, I've never lied to a soul on here, and that's the God's honest truth.
Right.
But
I've offered Laura $500 to point out where I've ever lied on her, and she can't do it. She can't do it. She wants to call us all liars. Where have we lied, Laura? Please prove it.
I mean, I just, I don't get it. Like, I just don't. And then her telling Negs, like, oh, this was 3 years ago. I don't care when it was. First of all, stop with the old shit because you're still doing it with Ziggy. You still have her name advertised in there. Get it the
Good morning,
fuck
Heartney.
off. Take it off if you don't want to be questioned, asshole. Please remove
Yeah.
it. I'm asking you very nicely. She was a sub that was killed. And she wasn't just a sub. She was a very generous woman and a good
Yeah.
friend to many of us on here. And you, I feel like she's not only being disloyal. Like, she's defaming, she's using our name, and, you know, she's everything Ziggy wouldn't want. Ziggy would not still be supporting her today.
No, I don't believe she would have been either. I really don't.
I don't. I don't at all. And
I think
it's
in
just
in my
heartbreaking.
opinion, the reason that she stayed with Looora as long as she did was because she genuinely loved the people that was, you
Yeah,
know, yeah,
and
there
they're all
she had a lot
gone.
of friends that were in that group of people. And I'm not going to sit here and say that all those people are bad, because they're not. Laura has a lot of amazing men and women that support her.
Right.
So,
And that's the hard part. I think that's why people don't leave her,
yeah.
because they feel like, oh, we're not going to be accepted over there, or where are we going to go when we have each other? And I'm sure, just like we all, when you get in a Discord, especially a small one, you develop a very, you know, tight knit group. Like, I will never forget Stephanie Brown's Discord. I mean, it was the first one I was ever in, but the bond that us ladies had in there, I mean,
Oh, absolutely.
maybe we all don't still talk, but I still love everyone that was in there, like in some sort of different way, maybe some more than others, but we had a unique bond and a trauma. Like, that was the first set of Patreons that left Laura.
Yeah,
And
and what did Laura do? She went and looked up Stephanie Brown and posted it in mod chat. That's what
yeah,
Laura did. That's what Laura does. And the shit
and
that
she
she brought
ruined
out
it.
about Stephanie, nobody knew. I didn't even know Stephanie's name, and Laura brought that to the forefront.
Hmm. And Tiffany Marie destroyed that, because what she did was
Hey,
destroy
Mandolin.
destroy
BTN.
people's trust. Like, you didn't know who was the mole. You didn't want to be accused. Like, for me, I felt like everybody was looking at me. Like, and because it kind of started out kind of with me, and Ash, because I was defending Ash and saying no, like, she did not say that about M's, and
Right.
I was so heartbroken. Like, I was so heartbroken. Like, it was sad, because Stephanie Brown is probably the best
Oh, she is.
person on
Absolutely.
YouTube that I, besides like Sandy and many others I can name. Like, Stephanie Brown is so level headed and so easy to talk to. And she could just like you, but she could still care about you enough to be in the same chat and carry herself like a lady.
She can coexist with people, and she
Yeah,
always wants to give people the benefit of the doubt. Stephanie Brown is a good person, and I'm so glad that I can consider her a friend, because she is a genuine good person, and she doesn't want to fight. She actually tries to, you
yeah.
know,
She's the one person on here that I could say that everybody pointed out the bad, she's always pointed out the good in
mhm,
anybody,
yeah.
anybody and everybody. And
Stephanie's very
she's
humble.
she's tried so hard with so many of them. The truth is one of them. She tried so hard to
Yeah.
get her to, you know, to get us to understand her and stuff. And we tried, but she's a hard woman. I don't dislike the truth at all, but she's just a hard woman. She doesn't trust very easily. I don't know what it is, but you know, I think so many people were wronged her that she really don't believe she has a good circle, and that's all she's willing to be, and that's fine.
Mhm.
But in the same token, we have that same circle, and that's what she doesn't understand.
Yeah.
You know, like even Wendy V, I like Wendy V, but I feel like she's more towards their side. Like, I don't even want to say side. Like, she just don't like us. We're mean, and we're not, and that's what bothers me.
Well, that's the problem. She groups us into these groups. And if we're in a certain group, in her mind, she automatically doesn't like us because we're bad.
Mhm.
That's the same mentality Looora has.
And
And if,
fraud too.
yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you say somebody says one bad word, and if you're friends with them, then you're disloyal to. I mean,
Right.
come on, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. You're gonna go on your social, experiment like that. You're not gonna have anybody soon enough. And I guess she doesn't care. I don't know,
No,
because
she doesn't. The
she's
only thing
lost a
she
lot of
cares
people.
about, yeah, the only thing that she cares about is material things. She cares about the money that she's getting from people, and if you're not giving her money, then you're not good enough to be in her surroundings. Just like she said last night, if you don't pull the numbers she does, then she's not going to give you a minute of her time. I was dumbfounded when I heard that. She was making fun of that crude AF guy, saying that he only had 2,000 subs and that he's not on her level because he doesn't have the views and numbers she does.
Yeah,
How
okay.
self-absorbed do you have to be to talk like that? They're still a human being,
But you
you
have
know?
all these subs and views, then why isn't your chat bigger? The other day, I just looked at her thing. She was live. She was driving the car. I don't even know what she was talking about because I didn't click on it. She had 6 viewers in there. Oh, wow. So you have 10,000 subs and you're on a ride in your car and you have 6 people watching
Right?
and you have 10,000 subs. What does that tell you?
Yeah.
Unless you're ranting or raving, and this is what I don't understand. How could you just want to? There's no way Laura people just watch her, because how could you listen to that every day? All she does is talk about other people. That's it. That's the basis of her content.
And that's where the contradiction comes in, because she'll say that this is her vlogging channel, and it's not a vlogging channel, Laura, because you bitch about people every single day, and it's the same people. So you can't sit here and say that we are obsessed with you, because look at what you do. You're
Yeah.
delusional if you think that's a vlog channel. It's a drama channel. Get back here in reality and accept the fact that your Life Perplexed channel is your drama channel. End of.
And she can't handle nothing. Like, can you imagine if she ever made it big? Like,
Oh,
you
Lord.
can't make it big. Like, do you see like Jeffree Star's hate comments?
Yeah.
There's thousands. He never addresses one of them. Every so often he'll read a few and laugh about it, but I mean, she gets crazy. If you can't ignore shit like that, you'll never grow. That's step one. That's
She
why she
insults
has it.
people that doesn't go along with her narrative. She's always done that. She loves to fight. I brought that up when I was live the last time. She admitted that she loves going at the trolls. She said, I can't, quote, I cannot ignore them because I like going at them. That's what she said.
Keep in mind though, she takes her 3 channels and combines her subscribers, and that's how she equals out how many she has. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? Like, she takes that 6,000 she had from Making of a Murderer,
Mm-hmm.
that all they are is just old subs that never unsubbed,
Right. Yep.
that followed her in during that, because during that time there was nobody to follow to discuss the case. That was all new. And that's why
Infidelity.
she was so good, because
Yep.
nobody else was doing it. It's the only reason why she got. People wanted to talk about it. It was
You're so right.
Netflix's hottest trend, and nobody was talking about it on YouTube. But those people don't. They probably haven't watched her in years. They just never clicked on sub.
Right.
But she'll take those 6,000 and then the other 2,000 that she got on another channel, and then the other 2,000, which is same 2,000 from that channel that's on the other channel, and combine them. That's not how many subs you have.
Yeah, call me Frenchie. She's literally saying now that she's a life coach. Looora is. So she's been a guardian ad litem. She almost became a lawyer. Look at all the things that she has said that's just absolutely not true. Look at all the
She's the
things that,
horse of a different color
yep.
every day. Another occupation. First of all, I laughed because early on when I first met her, she came on to tell us that,
Hey, Miss
she
C007. Good
was
morning.
200K in the hole for a custody battle.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Then a few months later, she represented herself. So I called her on it. That's when me and her split. Because I was in her chat. It was before Chris Watts. And I said to her, well, if you spent 200K on legal fees and you represented yourself, how could you be 200 grand in debt? To who?
Right.
Yourself?
She can't remember her own lies.
And
Life
what kind of
reminded.
ass? Who did you divorce? Like fucking, like, was it some old rich man or something that you don't own anything? So what the fuck it cost you 200K? And it was a custody battle. So
Mm-hmm. And it's not like we're sitting here talking about her custody battle. This is things that she has said on her public YouTube channel. So we
yeah,
have every
anything
right
I'm
to critique
saying
it.
on here is not anything she hasn't said on her vlogging channel.
Right. Vlogging channel.
I mean, but if it's just a custody battle, the only thing you're fighting for is custody, not money because that's I don't wait. Let me reframe that. In New York, when you fight for custody, it has nothing to do with child support. Zero. Like when you go to court, you fight for joint custody or sole custody. That's all it is. It has nothing to do with child support. If you're going to fight for child support, that's a whole nother court you got to go into. So I don't know how it worked wherever she did it. So that's when I said, like, I don't know how it works wherever you are, but custody is custody.
Yeah.
Support is support. So what were you fighting for? I don't understand. Was it support and custody or custody? Because then how were you 200K in the hole?
She wasn't. She's dry begging. That's what she does. Anytime
Yeah.
she brings up the financial part of it and how she doesn't have any money, she's dry begging for people to feel sorry for her, to have sympathy for her, so they'll send her money. And she has Patreons that will literally send her money anytime she mentions it or brings money up, every time.
And so if okay, she didn't represent herself now, and she just lied to us again, right? Who did she hire? Johnny Cochran to represent her? 200 fucking K?
Right.
Fuck
Oh
out of
my
here.
gosh. Yeah, it's just a lie. There's no way.
She dug up Johnny Cochran from his grave and stuck him on the stand and paid him 200K. She owes it to him. Fuck it. She's delusional.
Absolutely. She's always been delusional, and she believes her own lies, which is really scary. She wants to talk about how everybody else has these mental issues. Looora, why don't you take a look at yourself there, darling?
The best was Toasty when she said, Looora, you keep saying panel up with pussies, but you have us blocked. We can't even get in your chat. Which
Yes.
we all know that. So, come on. She paneled up with that BX
Oh, he
And
owned her too.
he
Oh my gosh.
owned her. Oh my God. I was like a woman in church, like doing the with my robe on and everything, doing that dance, like hallelujah. I'm so glad that other people, and let it be known, because I know she's gonna hear this.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back and listen to when they first started covering you, Looora, Toasty flat out said, nobody gave this information to me. I stumbled across a channel, John Unhinged, and that's where I knew her, but when he did his coverage on her, that's what made me want to do it. So Toasty didn't find you through any of us because we didn't know her. She flat out said it with
Yeah, that's
proof.
Laura not taking any accountability that her actions and her words was probably what brought these people into the community to critique her. She thinks that everything she does is so great and so truthful. No, Laura, you're a hypocritical liar. You've always been a liar.
But
And
no,
that's not going to change. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. You're always going to be up to the same scams. You're always going to be, you're fraudulent. And it's been proven time and time again.
but she has no balls to confront John Grimes about it because
No.
she knows he'll school her ass.
Absolutely he will. He has before, and he's going to continue doing it, Laura. Why can't you just be honest? Maybe if you were honest, and maybe if you didn't call people the names you call them, maybe they wouldn't mess with you. Maybe they would leave you alone. But no, you're a scammer. And people don't like scammers. Therefore, they're going to talk about you. Therefore, they're going to dig and see what they can find in the past that you have done to expose it. That's what people do online. They expose liars. They expose scammers. And you know this. You claim that you're one of the biggest trolls and you've trolled blah, blah, blah. Dude, you know what YouTube is.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I remember her crying about Makeup Mops as her best friend and this, that, and the other thing. Listen, even when Makeup Mobster and I fell out, I would never ever say the things that
Right?
Laura has said about her.
Oh, some of the most god awful things. Yeah. She has slandered her so bad. She slanders anybody that she's not friends with. And, you know, she'll make up these lies and she'll say the most harmful things to get back at people. And it's wrong.
Like even this account that everybody Science Girl is talking about, Makeup Mobster's green teeth. That's disgusting, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
And now you know that's what Laura says. So regardless, whoever made that troll name, first of all, if they had a personal vendetta on Laura and just wanted to cause trouble, they wouldn't say the mean things that they did to both Science Girl and Makeup Mobster. So automatically, within the name and where you go and what you say to people, we already know it's coming from one or two camps. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of typed in a couple of things, and I know who it is. I think I know who it is, but
Yeah,
I
after we get done talking about the lore thing, I was going to talk about some of the like shaming that they do in these ridiculous channels that are popping up, these clip channels, and calling people out for being drug addicts, or you know, it's disgusting. Well, you'll have to see this new channel that's up. It's called I Got Time Today, and it's so dumb. You know, it's disgusting. I'm going to share the screen real quick because I want to show this. Let's see.
somebody says that all the time. Who says that? I got
Trisha
time.
says that. I got time today. So somebody decided to, let me see.
TMZ cracked me up.
She's hysterical. So there's this new channel. It's called I Got Time Today. And it's got all of the people that Laura doesn't like, right? It's got Makeup Mobster. It's got Steph. There's Smokey P. There's Makeup Mobster again. Oh, look, Makeup Mobster again. And there's Serendipity, YouTube drug counselor making excuses. Are you kidding me right now? YouTube drug counselor? Just because I talk about, the fact that I'm an addict, does that make me a YouTube drug counselor? No. It's me sharing my story. It's my husband talking about relapse or addiction or the 12 steps. That's what he does. That's what he does for a living. He actually is a drug counselor.
Well,
People are idiots.
do you know why I think that they do that? And only because I've been around this all my life. And the only people that do that and hate people that are in recovery are people that are such addicts themselves, and they're jealous
Yeah.
that they don't have the willpower that you do, Sarah, to, you know, get clean or to have a mishap and pick yourself right up and start where you don't put right where you left off, and not let it become more
Well,
than,
see,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Well, here's the thing. I'm not ashamed to talk about things that have happened to me in my life when it comes to addiction. I'm not ashamed of the fact that I am a drug addict. Like, I own that shit. Trust me, I own it. People, I get trolled all the time with people calling me a junkie. And dude, I'm not actively using, so therefore I'm not that anymore. I've moved past that. Have I struggled recently with Xanax? Yes, I absolutely have. That's one of the big ones for me is Xanax, and I've struggled with it and I have relapsed. But since these people absolutely hate me, they use that to go at me like it's going to hurt me or something. Don't you guys think I get that? Don't you think that I'm living with it every day? Hello.
No, but you know what, Sarah? That's when you have to turn around and say, you know what? You know, these people are just trying to knock me down. It's only going to make me stronger to prove them wrong.
Yeah.
And the more you think like that, the more admirers you get, the more people could, you know, you become more relatable. Like, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's what you have to, those are what you have to focus your intentions on. Like, fuck the people that want to point out my flaws, and appreciate the people that want to be inspired by your story and need
Oh,
to hear it.
Orange Butterfly, thank you. She said, your words have helped me very much, Sarah. So much love for you. I definitely have so much love for you, Orange Butterfly. You are such a sweetheart. Thank you.
Orange Butterfly asks if she has my casserole ready.
I've never, okay, since I've admitted that I'm an addict, I'm not ashamed to talk about that because it's a part of my life. I didn't get where I am today in denial. I
Right.
had to accept it. I had to real
And the more
I
you
used to
share
be
on
so
here,
ashamed.
as bad as it is, you get more help and you help more people by sharing than you do hate. And I
Oh,
know it's
absolutely.
hard. It is hard. And you have to be in the right frame of mind. So when you're not, you're not. And that's okay.
Yeah, and
You
see,
know what I
people
mean?
have been attacking Smokey P for, being this or that, and it hurts him. Some people it
Mm-hmm.
hurts, and others it doesn't. But, we're not all the same. It affects people. So why would you go and attack somebody for, I'm not going to call him this, but people have been calling him a junkie, right? And that's bothering him. Why would you keep going at him for that? Why would you, what do you want him
Because
to,
they don't want, because they're jealous. They don't want to see somebody succeed because they can't do it themselves. That's all it is about. They don't have the willpower that people do to quit. And they can't stand
Thank
that
you.
you do, or Smokey does, or that, you know, people have, people don't have to feel Like, she don't even have the willpower to lose 20 pounds. Do you think she has the willpower to stop drugs? Because she's an addict. She overuses her Adderall so she could say what she wants about anybody.
And
At the
that's
end
what
of the
bothers
day,
me, Life Rewinded. She will make fun of people for being drug addicts. She will call them junkies. She will lie on them. Yet there she is, and she's literally had, okay, she'll admit that she's an addict. She will admit that she had a problem with cocaine. But then in the next sentence, she will say, yeah, I'm on 60 milligrams of Adderall 3 times a day. Oh my God. So
that's
you
not normal. That
substituted,
is not
no.
normal.
It's not normal at all. So you
And you are not
substituted,
on that. No doctor would ever fucking give you that
no,
amount. No.
not at all.
And
No.
that's why you need, she can't even, let's face it, she cannot even have her regular, normal prescribed medicine last as long as it's supposed to. Clearly, that's been proven because she has to get more.
Yeah, she
Every
had
month.
someone mail her in the mail 15 Adderall because she ran out early. But she's not an addict, right? She doesn't have a problem. Whatever,
Oh,
dude.
and that's not counting.
Yeah,
She
Mac
also
11,
gets it.
that's a very high dose.
She also gets it from somebody else around her area too. So that's not
Oh.
including those. So I don't know who she thinks she's kidding. She could fool anybody and call everybody she wants addicts. She's the biggest addict on here. Because
Oh, absolutely.
she's actively using, not only actively using, overusing and abusing.
But she
So
wants to make fun of people for being drug addicts. It makes no sense. It's hypocrisy, you know. She lives in this false reality where, you know, she's better than everyone else. That she's, you know, if you're a drug addict, you're just bottom of the barrel. And it's not that way at all. Do you know how many meetings I go to and you'll find judges in there? You'll find cops in there. You know, addiction does not discriminate. It doesn't discriminate at all. There's people that are billionaires that are addicts. It's not just people that are homeless living underneath a bridge. That's not how it is.
well, her Patreons are all lawyers and businessmen and women. And I was like, okay, Laura, whatever.
Yeah, she wants to make fun of people. Like she makes fun of housewives, right?
Mm-hmm.
If she'll make fun of people if they're online critiquing her and say, well, they don't have jobs. Laura, if you claim that YouTube is your job, why can't they claim that it's their job too? What makes you any better?
First of all, if so, there are housewives. We have housewives. I don't find anything wrong with a housewife. They work harder probably than most people. But if they're housewives, you're a fucking YouTube wife because YouTube's supporting your ass and your family.
Yeah.
So you're a YouTube prostitute.
And she is an e-beggar. I don't care what anybody says. She'll sit there and make fun of people for e-begging when she's doing the same exact thing, if not worse. You know, how many times has she came online needing money for a lawyer? How many times has she came online saying, I need money to take my kids to Disney? Did she take her kids to Disney? No, she didn't. How many times has she done fundraisers and kept some of that money and then been called out
every
for
time.
it? Absolutely.
Almost every time.
Yeah.
How many housewives are in a Patreon? How many women that are probably on welfare that are in a Patreon and given, $5 here that they can't even afford just so they can stay in her members so they can have their group and their, friendships. Like,
Yeah, and
meanwhile, everybody else that's on here, there's like somebody may have a membership or a Patreon or a membership and a Patreon, but somewhere along the line they also have a free Discord. You don't have to pay to be any creator's friend there on here. The only creator that charges money to communicate with is her and MGL. Like, there is no communicate with them on an outside source whatsoever unless you pay. And that's only only those two creators.
Yeah, and it's gross how she trashes people. You know, she's sat there and said many times, oh my God, I forget where I was going with this.
Say what you want about Diane, but when she had her group
Bella.
meetings, like, the membership meetings, Zoom calls and stuff, if there were people that couldn't afford to be in the membership, Diane still gave you a link if she knew you were a loyal sub. She did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, for instance, I'm not in it anymore, but like when Science Girl first opened up, I was explaining like we all used to go and voice and listen to other channels and laugh and have fun and all get. It was one of the things we enjoyed as ladies to do, listen to people together. And Science Girl's like, oh, it sounds like fun. Let's do it. I'll do that with my members. And I was like, all right, like, have a good night. I'm glad I can give you guys something, And she's like, well, where are you going? I was like, I'm not a member. I don't have a right to be, in there. Like, it's not fair. So they're paying. And they were all like, no, please stay, please stay. And, she was like, no, please join us. And that just goes to show, like, it's not all about the money. You know what I mean? Them
Right.
two would never do that. They would like be like, oh, any sub willing to pay for this one, or would just be like, bye.
Have a good day, infidel lady. Thank you for coming and being here. Both her and Molly make fun of people if they are drug addicts. Look how many times Molly has been busted out for doing dumb shit. And look at Looora with the Adderall. It's gross. Like, one thing you'll never see me do is come on here and make fun of somebody for having a problem with drugs. I'm not going to shame them because I'm in that same boat. Why would I do that? I have
just
compassion.
found a video that I did. It must have been way back, of MGL, and she's literally, I forget who she was on with. Cosmo. It was her and Cosmo, and she's high as a kite and falling asleep. Remember that night?
Yes, I sure do.
That video is in my somewhere in my. I guess I filmed it because she said she never did anything. Meanwhile, you can keep your eyes open or keep a straight sentence.
This is the kind of
do that, but
yeah,
I don't like to do that, but I do it because to show the other people that are struggling and do have a hard time when they come after your addiction. That
speaking of which, look at this. This is Laura's people right here. This is Laura's people right here. Brian. He loves to make fun of people that have addiction problems. This is the same guy that claimed to have been a drug counselor, yet he's going to sit there and make fun of me for relapsing with Xanax. In this right here, in the comments section, which is gone now, was a channel called Serendipity, the Drug Addict.
And come on, he has nerve talking about anybody's parenting skills and shit like that. Come on, Brian. Like,
yeah,
don't do that. Nobody talks about your parenting skills. You got two beautiful little girls, but you know what? You don't have a perfect family, and
no,
your child did worse than anybody could ever imagine, and is basically a Chris Watts. So, speaking about the way people parent, people should not judge Brian on what his son did, just like Brian should not be pointing out what a
Yeah.
mother should be doing on YouTube or not doing.
Well, he likes to attack women, and he does it to get brownie points with like MGL or with Looora because, he and Looora didn't get along for a really long time. And it was because he was attacking her by saying things like, I'm going to call your daughter's school. Who does that, Brian? And
Exactly.
people just gloss right over that like it's okay or something. No, it's not okay to imply that you're going to call a YouTube creator school. Oh gosh, my dogs are going nuts. Hold on.
But Brian forgets who was writing for him when he was scared shit a real world podcast, which he may not be now, so he's big, bad, and tough. But back then, he was shitting his drawers, and we all had his back. But he forgets that. And you know what? That's sad because he had a lot of women that were, had his back, and a lot of women that took a lot of shit to have his back. And those same people that gave us shit for having his back and to saying what was being done to him was wrong are the same people that now support him. Wow. That baffles my mind.
Sorry, my son walked through and my dogs went crazy. Deborah grew. Let's see. Deborah, thank you. She said, you're one of my favorites when it comes to recovery. A lot of people in recovery have no compassion, just expectations. You have compassion. Thank you.
No.
I do. I definitely have compassion for people that have had struggles. I understand it because I live it and I've lived it. Oh,
I have the utmost respect for people that are brought themselves out of addiction. I mean,
it's not easy. It's not easy at all.
Anybody, if you never done drugs or been addicted to them or watch a loved one go through it, when you see them overcome their addiction and really become self-aware and fight that demon, it's so admirable. I can't explain how much respect I have for people that can do it because it's so hard.
Well, yeah, and that's
Most
what
people
boggles my
don't.
mind. That's what boggles my mind when it comes to Brian. Brian claimed to have been a drug counselor. So why is he making fun of people that have struggled? It doesn't make sense. For one, there's no records to prove that he was ever a drug counselor, especially in the 90s. There is none. He cannot prove it. But he's like Looora. Loora's been all these different things throughout her life. A guardian ad litem, a Vegas showgirl. Come on now. Where's the proof of that?
Well, I thought she worked at Scores. Because I'm just waiting to hear what date that she worked at Scores.
Yeah.
And I will easily be able to give me the year.
It can be debunked. Trust and believe that.
And I will debunk the balls off of it.
She said that she doesn't have the pictures anymore because they were lost.
Okay, if she worked in Scores, just give me the year. That's all I want is the year. And I guarantee she'll lie.
Deborah Groovy, congratulations on 13 years. That's amazing. It does get easier. Like the longer you're clean, the easier it gets. That's inevitable. It's facts. But, once someone relapses, it's hard to get there again. It's hard to get to that place where, you're not thinking about it constantly. And it sucks. That's why I have so much sympathy for people that relapse because it is hard.
My one uncle that, both of my uncles, they were brothers. They both passed now, but my one uncle that got sober first, he had almost 30, before he passed away, he had 30 years, and he was a drug counselor, and he ran the meetings, and that's where I started getting into all that because I would go to his celebrations and, I just really admired his strength. And what happened was his older brother 2 years later got sober with him, and he was 28 years sober, and he lost his oldest son in 9/11, and he happened to be one of the bodies that
Oh gosh, life
they
for him.
found they found right away. Like, they found him like the next day, and he was holding a really heavy set woman. He
I'm
must have
so
been
sorry.
carrying her, and if he wasn't holding her, he would have probably lived,
Yeah.
because he was just outside the pile, the rubble that came down. Right, that fucked my uncle up so bad. He had 20 years sober, and he started drinking again. And I remember my uncle was so devastated. And I said, "You cannot be mad at him. Uncle Bobby lost his son in the most horrific way. Like, you getting mad at him is not the solution. You know, you know, maybe you found it embarrassing because you both like ran this, you know, rehab together. But everybody, sometimes people, you know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. There's things that can happen that can trigger a relapse, and I hate that because it happens. People don't relapse because they want to. Pain can make
Well, what
someone
he was
relapse.
doing was he was drinking, and he was also attending meetings. So my uncle was very offended by that. My uncle had to tell him, and it was hard. It was his brother. He
Yeah.
had like, and he said, "Listen, you can't come here and still go and then go home and drink the 12 pack. I'm not gonna let you be disloyal to my people. Like, so either you get it together or you don't. I understand you're going through hard times, but if you want to drink, then don't come." And he didn't come for another whole year, and then he realized, and then he got sober, and then like 4 months later he passed on. I swear it was a broken heart. And then, you know,
Oh gosh.
my
I'm so
uncle
sorry.
my uncle who died, he died of lung cancer, and he had no kids. He was gay. He was with the same
Mhm.
man for 40 years. So I was just, my mother had, it was just me and one of 13, but my mother had just moved to Florida, so I basically took him in, and because you could nursing home, he kept getting up and out of the bed and falling. So nursing home, they don't watch you 24/7. So I would go in there. Not even nursing home, was like rehabilitation. I would go in there and his teeth be on the floor, or I'd be
Oh
on the floor,
gosh.
and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And they were like, "No." So we started like 24-hour like care there, like having somebody go there, and I was like, "What am I making this man pay for? Like, fuck this." I signed him out. I moved him in my house. I got a hospital bed. You know, his insurance helped me because he worked all his life,
Mhm.
and he was set up in my. I I kicked my husband out of my bed. I put his hospital bed next to mine, and for 3, 4 years, you know,
You're a
I
beautiful
basically,
soul
yeah.
because you
And,
did that. Not a lot of people would do that. It takes someone with a lot of compassion to be able to do that,
and
and you
mind
was
you,
able to
I
do that
was
with
coming
him.
after being homeless because I was fixing my home. So I had to rent another apartment because at the time I was staying with my mother in law until they fixed my house. I couldn't bring them to my mother in law's. That's not my house. So Vinny and I rented a house
Mhm.
until my house was ready just to take my uncle in. You know what I mean? Like,
God love you for doing that.
and I
Um,
I would do it again in a heartbeat. So, you know,
you made the rest of his life
yeah.
so much better.
And sorry, which was the part that bothered me is he was such a he was not that preacher, religious type, I found God, but he believed in God. But he
Mhm.
also, back in the 60s and 70s, when he came out gay, it wasn't acceptable. So my
Yeah.
grandfather didn't accept it and used to say things to him like, oh, you're not, God's not going to accept you in heaven. So, he was afraid of dying. So I said to him, Uncle Bob, what is it that you're so afraid of dying and letting go? You have to just let go. Like, he's like, I'm afraid I'm not gonna go to heaven because I, you
Oh.
know, I'm gay, and you know, I was like, don't believe that. So I cried. My husband had his pastor friend Nick come in and say a prayer to him, right? And now this point, he was really like, he was in the hospital. Okay,
Mhm.
so like he had 3 days left to live, like, any day now, like, that point. So I said, they called me, they said, this is it, you have to come in. So I went in, I was by myself because the kids were in school, Vinny was at work, and I went in and I called my husband crying, and I'm like, this is it. I just want to have somebody. I can't talk to a priest. I could. They would issue him his last rites. But I
Mhm.
want somebody to let him know that. And he's like, I got it. So next thing I know, my pastor friend, he's older. His son, I grew up with, he shows up there. I was like, what are you doing here? He's like, I'm here for you, sweetheart. And he went over to my uncle and he held his hand and he told him, like, whatever he said, he's like, you have to learn to let go. God, that's God's old way. It's not like that. God loves everybody. He created you. Only He could take you. Close your eyes. It's okay. Can you hear us? And he squeezed my hand, and we did a prayer, the three of us together. And, you know, I gave him a kiss on the forehead. I said, now, mind you, the elevator was literally, I shit you not, right outside his room. I said,
Yeah.
Uncle Bob, I'll be right back. I'm just walking past the next to the elevator and I'll come right back. Squeeze my hand. He squeezes my hand. I go to the elevator. He was in a rush. I obviously wanted to get back in there. I gave him a hug and a kiss. I said, I'll call you later. I walked back in the room. He was gone.
Oh, life rewinded. I'm so sorry, but he was
I was
able to let
glad
go.
because I didn't have to see his last breath, but at
Yeah.
the same moment, I got to hold his hand and let him know he was going to be all right. And that's all he needed to hear.
He was
And
able to understand that God would accept him
right,
regardless. God knew him for the heart he had, not because he was
yeah,
gay or
and he had it.
whatever.
So
God
I
loved
shit
him
you
for who
not,
he
this
was.
man saved hundreds of lives. He would go to
Yeah.
crack dens and pull husbands out. Call me at 3 in the morning, like,
And God
oh
loved him for that. That's what got
yeah,
him into heaven. So it doesn't matter if you're gay or not. I hate that. I hate that, back in the day, people were so scared that they didn't want to be gay because they had a fear of not being able to go to heaven. I don't think that's how God believes or God thinks. God loves you
between
regardless. God loves you for your heart and what you do for others and for being a good person. That's
he
what'll
worked
get you to
he
heaven.
worked in the hospital for 40 years in the same job. So between all his employees that loved him
Mhm.
and everybody that worked with him in the hospital, and between he had the meeting that I helped run on Tuesday nights, that's a group of over 100 people. But my uncle also attended various different meetings. He went to a meeting every night,
Yeah.
every night. That's how loyal he was. So when I tell you his funeral procession was over 200 cars, and we had to have 2 nights, and it was supposed to be 7 to 9. There were so many people, it was 7 to 12 every
He
night.
was very loved.
I mean, I couldn't, there was so many people that came from all over. I never seen somebody loved as much as this man was and respected.
Hmm.
When you get to see that with your own eye, it humbled me to my core, like how
I
much
have
love he had.
goosebumps. Yeah.
And it just made me smile. It made so much easier to let go of him, because I was like, look at all this love. I hope he's saying it, you know.
I'm sure he was. That's a
And
beautiful story, and I'm so glad he was able to accept the fact that God would love him regardless if he was gay or not. Look how many people he helped also. That's such a blessing. And it's a
myself
blessing for
included,
so many people.
he was always here for me all my life, always there for me.
And you was able to
But
be there for him.
in his last 4 years of his life was when I learned the most from him. In those 4 years, I learned so much just from him.
Yeah.
And I'll never ever be able to thank him enough, because it changed the person I was. It made me be a better mom, a better woman, a better neighbor, a better friend, a better wife, a better daughter, a better everything.
Thank you for sharing that, Life Rewinded.
So
You're a beautiful person, and that was an amazing
anybody that
story.
struggles, I don't care if you fall off the wagon, get up, pick yourself up, and focus on the people that do care about you, and the people on YouTube that have something to say. They just don't have the willpower, and they're envious. And try to think of it this way. Remember when you were that bitter addict wishing you could get over being sober, and you kind of despised the person that was sober and you weren't?
Hmm.
That's their frame of mind. I don't believe that way with Laura, but a lot of it is envy. They
Oh,
want to be in your
absolutely.
shoes, but they can't. So you have to ignore them people until they're ready to make the change. So what you need to focus on, the people that do admire you and do support you, and those are the only people that matter.
Yeah.
And you have to tell yourself that every day. Fuck the people that don't support me, and love the people that do.
I fully believe that every addict is going to go to heaven because they've literally lived hell on earth. And I don't care what these people say. Most addicts have the most beautiful hearts. And
Well, they say that about suicide too. If you
yeah,
commit suicide, come on, you're gonna tell me that a 12-year-old, because it happens, that commits suicide, God's not gonna let him in heaven because he took his own life? Bullshit.
yeah.
Bullshit. God would never do that. So yeah, this is where parts of the Bible that I can't jive with. That's why I don't read it, because it's old. It's old. It needs to be rewritten.
See, I kind of have a problem with that too because, my mom, she committed suicide. So, I always had that thought in the back of my mind, well, when she took her life, did she not go to heaven? Because the Bible says if you take your own life, you go to hell. I don't believe that. I think that depression or whatever you're dealing with inside of your mind, I don't think that's the real you. I think that,
No, and
the
I
hurt
also
is so
believe that
bad.
anybody that commits suicide, it I really believe, because think about it, the act in itself has got to take a lot. Like, we think, like, how could anybody do that?
Yeah.
But I think it's a force that,
Oh,
he,
absolutely.
and you know what? It's God's way of, he may not have gave you an illness or whatever, but he was calling you and gave you that energy to do that. So I do believe anybody that commits suicide is in heaven.
Yeah.
God forgives everything. If God forgives everyone for sins, then He forgives everyone. I don't think there's certain people like pedophiles. Those are the people that don't make it to heaven. You know,
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. And
or
in the Bible, I think
murderers.
it even says, there's not one sin that's worse than another. They're all basically the same. I don't know. I mean, because I agree with you, like pedophiles definitely,
Well, when you're taking somebody's life, I don't believe God's going to give you, because only He has the right to take it, right?
right, right.
So if you're killing somebody, then you're not, in my eyes, you're not making it to heaven, because
I agree.
you rob somebody of their life. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But if you're taking your own life, that's not something that it it's a force. You know what I mean? And the only person that can force that is God Himself. You know what I mean? When
mm-hmm,
you're killing somebody, you're doing that with your own minds.
right.
You know what I mean? So
I love you to pieces, Life Rewinded. You have an amazing heart. You're a wonderful person, and
I'm not
I,
perfect, Sarah, and I
well,
never want
none of us are
anybody to think I
perfect.
am.
Yeah, none of us are
And I'm
perfect,
not an
but
angel, and I say crazy things, and I write crazy things. Believe me, I could go from 0 to 60 just like TNT, probably right up with her and say all the wrong things, just like she does at times and has to ask for forgiveness. That's why I tend not to go live, because if I'm not triggered, I will lose it.
oh, I've came unhinged a few times. Woo!
I will hit the core. I will hit it. I'll hit it hard. I will hit your trigger and I'll hold my hand there. So that's what I fear. Not that anybody sees that part of me. I just don't want anybody to ever get me that mad on social media, you know? That's when
Yeah.
I'll take a step back and log off, boo boo.
I've
You
had to
know?
do that a few times. I get it. Yep.
But I want to thank you for letting me up. I apologize to chat that
Oh, it's an honor to have you up, Life Rewinded. I
I
love you to
couldn't
pieces.
see.
You're such a great person, and you have such a caring and beautiful heart. You always have. And
Thank you,
regardless
Sarah.
of
I
what
feel the same
Laura
way about
says,
you.
yeah, and regardless of what Laura says, she doesn't know you. She doesn't know the real you. She doesn't want to get to know you because you point out her inconsistencies and her lies. And
Well, Nasty Grace could say what the fuck she want about me, because you know what? She could not fill a flip flop of mine, so it doesn't bother me.
yeah,
The
that's true.
when she tries to make lies on me, that's the only time you're gonna hear me come out, is when Laura lies on me.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like if she says a lie about me that's not true, I'm coming out of my face.
Yep. And we have the right,
Because
when someone lies on us, we have every right to defend ourselves and to defend what's the truth.
call
So,
me CUNT, call me this, call me that, call me a bad mother, call me welfare, call me fat, call me ugly. I don't care. Do not call me a lawyer. I will snap. I will
yep,
snap.
I'm
But
the same way.
anyway, anybody that's following Big Brother, I'm gonna go live at 12. It's scheduled, so speak
Nice.
about it.
I'll be there. I will be
All right.
there. Thank you for coming up, darling. And if
Thank you for
anybody
having
hasn't
me.
subscribed to Life Rewinded, you've got to subscribe to her. Life Rewinded is great.
I
She's a
appreciate
beautiful lady.
you, Sarah. You know I love you. You know I'm
And
always
I
here
love
for
you
you.
just the same. And I'm always going to be there for you. Thank you for, being you and being
You're
kind.
welcome. And don't let anybody ever take away what you earned yourself. Believe me, you are, in my book, you're a champion. And just keep rocking it, girl.
I will. Thank you. And I think the same of you.
All right, sweetheart.
I'll
Have
see you
a
at
great
noon.
day.
You too,
Okay.
darling. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, she put me in tears. I love that lady. Anyone that can take a family member into their home in the last days of their life is genuine, is beautiful, has a wonderful soul. I absolutely love Life Rewinded. She's one of the good ones, and I firmly believe that. So, I was going to talk about, some of the things that are being said.
Sarah, boot me because I can't get out of here.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll see you at noon, Life Rewinded.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. I think I got her out of there. Hold on. Okay, she's gone. I was, I had planned to do like a stream this morning on, addiction shaming, but I kind of got off topic when it came to some of the things that Looora was saying last night. But, going back to this channel, they're literally making up channels now. Let's see. Channels are literally being made. And I think it was this channel right here that I have up on screen that says, I got time today. I think it was this channel, if I'm not mistaken, that was previously Serendipity Drug Addict. So if you take a look at this channel, you can see all of the people here that don't follow Looora anymore. So this is all new. So they're shaming Smokey. This is your brain on drugs. They're shaming me. Serendipity. YouTube drug counselor making excuses. Serendipity admitting she was high driving her son. No, I did not admit that I was high driving my son. What I admitted to was the fact that I had learned that my ex-husband had died. I had to take my son to see his father in the grave. And once I got home, yes, clip this, clippers, I did. I took my medication and maybe I got a little woozy. It happens. So you're going to shame me for that? Everybody knows my story. They know that I'm an addict. They know that I have a relapse. Do you think that's going to like break my heart that you're clipping that? No. It's not like I'm taking illegal drugs. What I'm taking is a prescribed medication and I abused it. At least I can admit that, I was not driving with my son. You people are idiots if you think that I was driving with my son. Whatever. And this is your brain on drugs. So you're going to make fun of Smokey? You guys are assholes making these clip channels. You'll never see Smokey making fun of someone that suffers with addiction. You'll never see me make fun of someone that's suffering with addiction. You won't. There's a certain channel on here that cannot stand being called a crackhead, right? I've never in my life made fun of her for being a crackhead, nor will you ever see me make fun of her for being called that or whatever. You'll never see me say that to her because I have compassion for her. Even though she absolutely hates me and I don't care for her, you'll never see me make fun of her for that. You'll never see me make fun of somebody for being a quote unquote junkie, or you'll never see me make fun of someone having a relapse. It's not funny. So how you guys can make channels like this is beyond me. Like, have I made clip channels before? Yep. Have I, I clip things that are said, but never about the personal stuff in their life. It always has to do with things that are on YouTube or things that people have said on YouTube. I'm not about that. I'm not about trying to harm another creator. And it's gross. It's gross that you people can do that and think it's funny. And it's whatever. So I don't know. I don't even remember where I was going with that part of the live. I'm grateful that I had Life Rewinded up and that she came up and she was able to share part of her story because it's a beautiful story. She was there for her uncle in the end of his life, and that's beautiful. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me the past almost 2 hours now. I'm grateful for that. Oh, is Brienne in here? Where's she at? Let me go back up in the... Here she is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you can definitely come up. Absolutely. Where are you at? This is my daughter, Brienne, and Jackson is my grandson. He's almost 4. Oh, I want to hear Jackson's voice. Yeah, Poppy, I thought the same thing. I thought it was BSJ too. But, you know, he was a drug counselor, so it couldn't be him, right?
Sure, no.
There you are. Good morning.
Morning.
Hi, Jackson.
Sis,
I love you.
my birthday coming up.
Your birthday's coming up. What do you want me to get you?
One toys.
Toys? What kind of toys?
One toys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do you want a big birthday cake too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
I love you, Jackson. You're so cute. What kind of toys do you want me to get you?
Spider-Man ones.
You said,
Mom, what did he say?
what did you say, Jackson?
Spider-Man toys.
Spider-Man toys?
Spider-Man toys.
The other day it was Vlad and Nikki. He watches like Vlad and Nikki on YouTube, and they had these toys on Target. And I went and looked at them, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll get you those for your birthday, kid.
What other toys do you want, Jackson? Mm. What's that other thing he likes? The Paw Patrol?
Yeah, he likes Paw Patrol and Vlad and Nikki, and he was really upset yesterday.
Uh-oh. What'd you do, Mom?
When I was going to the store,
Yeah.
I did not see his scooter, and I had Zach get the scooter out from underneath my vehicle, and it took like 20 minutes, and the wheel ended up breaking off of it.
Oh, no.
A new scooter now.
Jackson, do you want Grandma to get you a new scooter? Uh-huh. Yeah?
I have 2 bikes.
You have 2 bikes? Oh, my gosh.
Sissy don't.
Sissy don't? Should I get her a new bike?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys can ride around in your bikes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
I think
Yeah.
Sierra's like still too small for a bike. She took Zach's stature and about how big he is.
She's a tiny little thing. She's so petite and little. She's so cute. Hi, Sierra.
Say hi. I got toys.
You like toys?
I got tons of toys.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I got Batman, Spider-Man, and tons of toys.
All kinds of toys, but you need some new toys because it's going to be your birthday and you'll be 4.
Will be funny.
You're so funny, Jackson. I love you so much.
Melon's just sleeping.
Who's Marilyn sleeping?
Yeah.
Do you like your baby sister?
Yeah.
Isn't she cute? You're such a good big brother, Jackson. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, you're. Jackson loves to hold Marilyn, and Sierra does too, and she'll be nursing her, and they'll be like, "Can I hold her?" I'm like, "Maybe when she wakes up," and then they'll just hold her forever if I would let them.
That picture you sent me of Jackson holding her, looking out the window, was absolutely the most precious picture I have ever seen. He looked like such a big, proud brother. It was so cute.
Yeah.
You're the cutest, Jackson.
Yeah.
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 I have mosquito bites.
You've got mosquito bites? Oh, no.
I got mosquito bites.
Mosquito bites.
We play outside all the time.
We
Well,
play
that's fun.
all time.
All time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My suit is just down under my car.
Yeah. Well, you need to come to Grandma's house and play outside all the time over here.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and we got to go down to the creek and play in the water.
I've been thinking about taking them to the creek.
Yeah. That's like our special place down there by the creek.
I remember when we took Dano down there when he was little.
Mm-hmm. Oh, these kids are so adorable, P-Day. They are so funny, too. I absolutely love them. Jackson, do you like Build-A-Bear?
What was that? She didn't hear you, baby.
I like Build-A-Bear.
Do you? Do you want me to take you to Build-A-Bear soon and get you a new bear?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take you guys and get you some Build-A-Bears. You get to pick out the ones you want.
Say I have Eevee and Charizard.
And Charizard.
Oh.
And then you have a monkey.
I have a monkey.
And then something else from Build-A-Bear that I can't remember what it is.
Your mommy used to love to go to Build-A-Bear when she was little.
I was too big.
Yeah?
I was.
I love you guys.
Oh.
Oh, my heart just melted.
Are you sure now that you took the phone from Bubba?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell her.
Yes.
I love you, Sierra.
I said Whippy.
What'd she say?
She said, I love Blippi. We're Blippi.
Do they like Baby Shark?
Oh, Sierra does. Oh my goodness.
Does it drive you insane? Baby Shark, do 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 do. Baby Shark, do 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 do. Do they love it?
They don't watch it, but Sierra, she'll just start singing it and doing the little clapping thing. The other day I went to Meijer and they had like really good deals on clothes, and I got Sierra a Baby Shark outfit, and she hasn't wanted to take it off. I finally got her to take it off so I could wash it, and it has.
You used to be the same way with Dora the Explorer. You had your little backpack.
Sierra has a backpack. It's purple like Dora the Explorer.
Mm-hmm.
Likes to take it around everywhere.
Oh my God, that's so cute. I love them so much. I cannot wait to see them. Your birthday's coming up and we're going to go and have a good time. And we're going to go to Build-A-Bear.
Don't remind me that I'm getting old. Thank you.
You're getting old. I'm pretty sure that I'm the one that's getting old. Oh my gosh. I've got grandkids now. That's crazy. What the heck? I'm glad you came up. I love hearing them. I love talking to them. And I'm grateful that me and you talk again and that we're... Go, Bella. Hold on. I got to pause this. Stop it. Wait till you see these poodles, Brian. Oh my gosh.
I can't wait to see them and let the kids see them.
They will love them. Oh my gosh.
Presley's my favorite.
He's rotten. He's turned mean in his old age. He's gotten real snippy and mean.
How old is he now?
Oh, almost 7.
Golly.
Yeah, he's getting old, and he's just grouchy all the time. Aww.
That.
Yeah, doggies. There's lots of doggies over here.
I think I like Blippi even more than I don't like Baby Shark. I
don't know Blippi. I don't know which one that is.
It's
been a while since I've had kids in the house.
Blippi is like really creepy to me. I don't know.
What's that one that Daniel used to like?
The Wiggles?
Yes. Oh my gosh, the Wiggles. Lord.
I have the Wiggles still, and they replaced one of them with a girl, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, did they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Jackson knew.
So that was Sierra.
Oh, wasn't Sierra?
What?
What?
Say that was Sierra.
That was Sarah.
Oh, my heart. How old are you, Sierra?
2.
Are you 2?
3.
You won't be 3 till January, cuteness. They love birthdays, and sometimes they'll just randomly sing happy birthday. You want Frozen? Frozen is Sierra's favorite.
Orange butterfly. I still have Daniel's Wiggles blanket. Oh gosh, the Wiggles, Lord. Well, Brienne, I'm gonna jump off here. I've been on here for like 2 hours. I'll message you once I'm done. Jackson, I love you.
I love you.
Oh, I love you more.
I love you more.
No, I love you more.
I love you more.
Oh gosh. Brienne, I love you, kid.
I love you most as hostess.
No, I love you most as hostess.
I love you most as hostess.
That's my favorite thing to get him to say because of how he says it. They're both so cute.
No, Rev, you can't come up right now. I've got my babies up here. Jackson, you're silly. Are you a good big brother, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus bites.
Yeah.
Bites.
They are so obsessed with getting mosquito bites, but it's funny because like if a fly or anything will go on them, they freak out. But they're
yeah. You know what you need to do for those mosquito bites? You know those alcohol prep pads you got?
Yes.
Take them and wipe the spot with them, and that'll get the itchiness to go away.
Hey, I didn't think about that. That is a good idea, and I have abundance of it.
Yeah. So yeah, take those prep pads and like wipe them, and it'll make the itchiness go away. Rev, I'm not letting you up right now. I'm going to jump off here though, Brienne. Thank you for coming up and letting me hear those sweet little voices. I love them.
All right, Jackson and Sierra said goodbye, Grandma.
Bye, Grandma.
Oh, I love you guys.
Everyone.
He said bye, everyone. Hey, Crude AF, what's up?
Mom.
All right, Brienne, I love you, kid. Oh, Gone Girl. Thank you, Gone Girl. I love you so much, lady. She says, for the grandbabies. I'm not letting you up, Rev. I don't know what you're going to say. Gone Girl, thank you. I appreciate that. And that will definitely go to Brienne and the grandbabies. Thank you so much. Jackson kicked you off. He was like, I'm done. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off here. But thank you so much for, coming and hanging out with me and Life Rewinded and Brienne and the kiddos. Thank you for supporting my channel. I absolutely appreciate that. And I'm grateful, and I'm actually grateful for all of you, regardless if you give me a donation or not. I like you all just the same. I think you are beautiful people, and I always have thought that. What's happening? Not much anymore. I went live bitching about Looora. Oh, before I go, I'll play that clip, that sound clip. It's hysterical. Let's play it.
What I say, obviously, it's got to be exactly what I say. So if I say that you're a loser, I must be a loser.
Freudian slip.
That was a slip. A big slip.
One more time.
What I say, obviously, it's got to be exactly what I say. So if I say that you're a loser, I must be a loser.
Looora just admitted she's a loser.
That was a slip. A big slip.
Okay, third time's a charm.
What I say, obviously, it's got to be exactly what I say. So if I say that you're a loser, I must be a loser. That was a slip. A big slip.
That was epic. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off here, but you wanted to give a sermon, Rev. I know how your sermons go. Bye, Narnie. I hope you have a great day. Orange Butterfly, I hope you have a great day too. I love you, Jackson. I love you, Sierra. I love you, Brienne. And I love you, Marilyn. So I'm going to jump off here. It's been fun. And thank you, Life Rewinded, for coming up. She's going live at noon, which should be awesome. So I hope you guys will be there. And I'm going to get off here and call my daughter. So I'll talk to you guys later. And I hope y'all have a great day. See y'all later.